when working on a hand target, you want to be aware of the shape of your hand. So as you're feeding a dog, you want to note how your hand looks to the dog. Yeah, my hand is curved as I'm feeding the dog. To them, that's a signal, just like a traffic light. Food is standing right here. If I'm doing this, same thing. Or even if I'm doing this, that is, every one of these shapes of the hand is a different signal to the dog. So, when we're doing a hand target, we want to make sure the shape of our hand looks very different than what it does when we're feeding them. So, what I do with a hand target is I make a very flat palm with my thumb up. This is a distinctly different shape. And when they make a move towards it, I click, and then I treat them in a different spot. What you want is you want them to hit your hand and think that they are making the click happen. Like when you push a button on a vending machine. Click, 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 candy bar comes out. So they're in control of making the click happen. Now, if they lick your hand, you really don't want to click, but it's really hard because you need a lot of good reflexes and observation. So a couple of techniques people use is to put their hand up at an angle, so the nose will come up. It makes it a little harder to lick the hand. Okay. You may also want to click a little early to prevent the licking. Now you only want to do that for a little while because eventually they'll realize that they don't have to actually hit your hand. So you really want just to do that to try to get them out of the habit of licking. But what I found is this very flat, very distinguishable presentation of the hand gets that nose touching it. Versus if I go like this, and my hand is in the same location, but it's curved and it's got food in it. You also want to make sure that you've wiped your hand clean of any kind of drool or anything. That also helps. You can add in the here cue. So you want to say here before you present the hand. Here. Even the movement of your hand is different to the dog. They see everything that we do. So the presentation of food has a particular motion in my hand. See how it's curving? Or again, if you do it like this, you tend to do this. So when you present the hand for the hand target, you want the motion as well to be very distinguishable. You want this to pop out of the background as a very specific signal to the dog, just like a traffic light. You want that green light. See how she pushed up on my hand? So she's making that click happen. And we add in a here, here, here. You see I'm feeding her in a different spot as well. That resets her. Here. 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 If they lick your hand and you have the ability to not click, if your reflexes are good enough, you only don't want to do that twice. If you do it any more than that, then we start having problems with the hand presentation. They won't even go for it at all. So if you have 2 failures in a row, you basically want to stop and do something different. You can also give them another cue that they're really good at. So find a really good go-to cue that if they make a mistake, you can give them, wait 5 seconds or so, and then give them a cue they're really good at. That keeps them in the game, keeps them engaged. Here. Good girl. Here. 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 And you can try it from different locations. Here. This is going to look different to them as well, but what I'm doing is I'm keeping my hand flat with the thumb out a little bit. This is very distinguishable as something way different than when I'm feeding them. Here. Good girl. Here. Even though it's upside down, it's very flat. Here. They'll eventually hear the word here, and that's going to help them clue in the fact that this is a nose touch behavior we're looking for. Here.